Hello, Guardians. Today is December 9th. Today is December 9th, 2023. My name's Danfinity, and welcome to Destiny Digest. Short news week this week, so I'm going to get some housekeeping out of the way. First of all, thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Whether you're writing a review on Apple Podcasts or starring us 5 stars on Spotify or giving a couple bucks a month to help keep the lights on here through the coffee link, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I know this sounds a little bit cliche, but I couldn't do this show without you, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to plug our Discord community, discord.gg/Danfinity. Head there, meet some awesome people. The LFG has been abuzz with Warlord's Ruin ever since that dungeon has come out. A lot of people going for that buried bloodline. So get in there, mix it up, and good luck in your loot drops. Before we move into the news, I just want to tell you to mark your calendars for December 28th. I'll be running a charity marathon to benefit Second Helpings. We call that Feeding Frenzy. I do it once a year. They are a local charity to Indianapolis, Indiana. They are focused around food rescue. Over the past year, they have rescued close to 3.5 million pounds of food, distributed close to 2.3 million pounds to local community pantries, delivered over 1 million meals to partner agencies, and graduated 23 adults from their culinary job training program. That program is something that we sponsor every year. Shout out to Class 148. And me and my community are looking forward to continuing to support this charity this year. Again, that's December 28th, Feeding Frenzy, twitch.tv/Danfinity to come in and join in the festivities there. Now, we'll move on to the news of Destiny 2. Last night were the Game Awards, and thanks to everybody who stopped by my Twitch channel in order to hang out and talk a little bit about the state of games as it is. I think at the time of reporting, there's over 9,000 layoffs across the gaming industry. A portion of that coming from Bungie. Bungie and the Destiny team were nominated for community support. And I was pulling for them even though I knew the writing was on the wall. The news of the layoffs came out, then the voting started for the Game Awards. And that was going to be a tough hill to climb post that news. Even though I feel like the community team deserves all the credit they can get for what seems like what could be a rapidly deteriorating situation when it comes to morale at Bungie. Rebecca Valentine at IGN wrote an article this week addressing a lot of the atmosphere at Bungie. The article is entitled, "Bungie devs say atmosphere is soul-crushing amid layoffs, cuts, and fear of total Sony takeover." In the article, it's talked about that if Bungie and Destiny 2 don't meet certain thresholds, Sony enacts a total shutdown of the board, which helps the company maintain some semblance of independence and just gobbles up Bungie as a studio. It seems leadership is trying to hold on to any power that they can during this time, and sometimes being hostile toward devs is what the reporting is showing. And that sucks. If the reporting is true, and I think Rebecca Valentine does a lot of really good research and writes some excellent articles, I think leadership needs to step up and be a little less hostile toward their devs, especially after cutting benefits such as annual employee compensation adjustments to meet market rates, new hire lunch programs, employee donation matching, reducing numerous morale events such as cooking and knitting classes from monthly to quarterly. I know the week-long pentathlon event, they get so excited for that event each year, that's going to be pushed until next December. And I get it. Leadership is trying to grasp on to any rope that they can to kind of pull them out of this murky water, but seemingly taking it out on the developers of the game that you're trying to push just doesn't sit right. Once again, I was in the call last Monday with developers concerning the delay of the final shape. Joe Blackburn was there, Andy Lunique, Cosmo. It seemed like spirits were pretty high for the product that they're putting out in Final Shape, and I really hope that Final Shape is successful for the sake of Bungie and the employees there. I really hope that things turn around just for the sake of the devs. Odds are, if leadership gets taken over by Sony, they're going to be taking some golden parachutes out. Referring back to the article, employees in one department recalled a post-layoffs QA session where the department head was asked if leadership taking salary cuts to prevent layoffs had been considered, only to respond that Bungie was, quote, not that type of company. I wish best of luck to the developers there. I'm pulling for you. I'm certain so many people who are listening to this are also pulling for you, and it just seems like a bad situation. It's a hard transition to make, but I have to make it. Moving from that news over to This Week in Destiny, we got a preview of the Dawning event. As always, we'll be making more cookies for Ava. We'll be able to purchase upgrades using Dawning Spirit for completing things in the event card challenges, activating boons of friendship, and delivering baked treats. Bonuses will last for the duration of the event and provide bonus event rewards, the ability to earn Dawning weapons with additional perks from Ava, increased power and utility for their stasis snowballs. That's right, stasis snowballs. And weapon focusing that allows for targeted weapon drops. With this winter's Dawning event, we get a new Dawning memento. The article says, pick up the Winter Night quest from Ava Levante for your chance to earn Dawning memento reward. Additional mementos can be acquired from opening a gift in return once the first memento is acquired. I've seen a lot of chatter about this on Twitter, questioning why these types of mementos are tied to these events. Much like the memento for Festival of the Lost, this new one is tied to Dawning. It's to keep engagement up. Honestly, however you feel about that is fine. Personally, I'm kind of apathetic to getting these types of rewards. While they look nice, I just don't see myself using them over the shaders that I've earned, and I'd much rather go after shaders from things like flawless raids. Me and my team have been going after that for the past few months, and really, I've been really enjoying that challenge. I would love to see mementos tied to that for doing raids or for doing flawless raids even, but I can also see where if you're engaging with this event, that is a demarcation that you have engaged with this event in this year, what have you. I don't know. I'm just kind of apathetic toward this kind of cosmetic thing. Also with the Dawning, we will be getting a new glaive, one of my favorite things in the world. The Albedo Wing. You'll be able to acquire this weapon from event challenges, weapon focusing, Festiva Engrams. This is an aggressive glaive that will have the new Beacon Rounds perk, which they note is otherwise only found on rocket-assisted sidearms. I'll probably be playing some of the event just to get that glaive. I love glaives. Glaives are some of my favorite weapons in the game, and I think that they're in a really cool spot right now in the sandbox. In the TWID, we also received word of the Great Dawning Bake Off. This is a community competition where an emblem will be available. Make a dessert, take pictures of it, hashtag it, Dawning Bake Off, and you get a chance at the Draconis Tetrachroma emblem, which a lot of creators have been given over the past couple weeks to give out on their channels. Other than that, we got some Season of the Wish launch updates, as well as the Fireteam Finder updates, and I will leave links in the notes for the show to all the articles that I've referenced here today. My name is Danfinity. You can find me on Twitter and the Instagram and the TikTok at DanfinityGG. You can also find me on Twitch 3 days a week, twitch.tv/Danfinity, helping Guardians out with in-game activities. If you'd like to support the show, remember to rate and review on your podcast platform of choice. Anything you say helps us in the algorithm. And if you'd like to give a couple bucks a month to help keep the lights on, head on over to coffee.com/Danfinity. That is ko-fi.com/Danfinity. All the links are in the notes for the show. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you find what you're grinding for.